And ang hirap niya sobra na to the point na nagkakaroon ka na ng episodes na all of all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bigla kang umiiyak. Alam mo yun, na
Hi guys! Welcome back on April In Between. Now we have here Mr. Maki Karandang.
yee!
Kamusta Kuya Maki?
Eto, medyo sakto-sakto lang naman yung buhay. Life goes on. As a BPO worker, live stream, pamasundot-sundot na lang na live streamer.
Nagla-livestream ka pa din.
Yeah,
That's
nag-live stream
good.
pa din.
Okay, now we have some few questions that is related to a certain topic of life. It's about life. Now, we know that every people have been through different challenges, different ups and downs, and in some time, we had to let go.
Mm-mm.
We have to let go something, someone, or everything.
Ako,
So,
Diyos ko.
to start this interview, let's start with this question. Are you ready?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Sige.
So this question is, what's something that you had a hard time letting go of?
To be honest, hanggang ngayon, hirap pa rin ako. Hirap pa rin ako mag-let go. And that is yung grief ko nung pagkawala ng nanay ko. Because hindi na lingid sa kalaman ng acting ng mga taong nanonood dito, lalo sa mga nakikinig sa akin on my live streams on Kumu na nawala nanay ko this past year, 2025. And ang hirap niya sobra na to the point na nagkakaroon ka na ng episodes na all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bigla kang umiiyak. Alam mo yun, na minsan pa nga na one morning, may kwento ko sa'yo, Apeng, nagkakape ako noon kasi together with my partner. Nang biglang may dumapo na isang monarch na butterfly.
Yeah, like yung brown butterfly?
Oo, dumapo mismo sa tasa ng kape ko. And talagang magulgul ako ng sobrang. Sabi ko, talagang umiyak ako nun. Sabi ko, andito ka. And I still remember that very day na talagang ginagabayan pa rin niya ako. So, I guess everybody can relate na when it comes to the loss of a loved one, yun yung isa sa pinakamahirap na ilan ko.
Yes, I know. I understand it totally. I've been where you at right now. And letting go of a parent is really hard.
Sobra, Diyos
I mean, I knew people would say that it's not the parents' obligation to bring their kids into
Their
their
grief.
home, but into their grief. But then, for the kids, for us to send them and see them, to let go of them is really hard.
Sobra.
Because they were there on our first steps. They were there on our first achievements. They were there to see us how we do every first things that we've done. And it's also, it's hard to let go of something that you hold on for whole of your life. I guess a whole of your life.
Oh, actually nga, ito, naikwento lang sa akin ng kapatid ko most recently. Nung nagkaroon kami ng isang heart-to-heart conversation na yung pagkawala ng nanay namin, it left a huge chunk sa pagkatao namin. As in, a very huge chunk. Na sabi nga niya, no one can fill that void, that particular void in our own self, na to the point na talagang wala makapupunan nun. Not even our partners, not even our kids, not even, by the way, wala pa akong anak, guys. To be honest, yung pagkawala ng someone na malapit sa puso natin, like our parents, our siblings, it will really leave a huge piece of chunk sa buhay natin.
Of course, because parents are a different piece of our life. If we have our partners right now, they are different piece of our life.
Sobra.
And if we will be having kids in the future, it's a different piece of our life also. Life is like a puzzle.
Oo.
So then therefore, I don't think that every person that comes and go into our life will be replaced by someone. Every people are irreplaceable.
Oo naman. Oo
So,
naman.
I mean, your mom is something that it's really hard to let go of your parent, of course, and I knew that. But then, let's go to our second question, Kuya Mark.
Sure.
Have you ever outgrown someone you deeply cared about?
Siguro, hindi sa akin nanggaling, but yung nanggaling sa mismong magulang ko. Magulang ko pa din. One afternoon, sinabi sa akin ng tatay ko na that you're the best thing that happened to our lives. And you, kumbaga nilampasan mo lang ako, bagamat konti lang, pero nilampasan mo na ako. Nilampasan mo kami. And that really left a mark sa akin. Wow, thank you Lord, kasi I was able to do something na makabuluhan for myself, na not knowingly na I was able to surpass other people. Pero hindi ako dumating sa punto na pinagyabang ko yun. Because kung ito in a deeper perspective kasi, if we're gonna boast our own achievements, parang ang lalabas dun is nagmamayabang ka.
Yes.
Pretty sure. Pero if we let our own success do the talk, ay, ibang usapan yan. Ako, Diyos
Kasi,
ko.
I mean, let's be frank with this conversation. But there are a lot of people who post stuffs online to brag.
Ay, Diyos ko, oo, totoo yan.
Yeah, but the thing is, achieving something in silence is the best achievement that we could ever had in our life. To achieve it in silence, that no one is, I mean, you don't have to post it. I mean, maybe for other people's perspective, it's like that, but not everyone,
Oo, hindi naman lahat.
Yeah,
Hindi naman
but
lahat.
because sometimes we love to post and show online, because it's a mode of expression also.
Oo naman.
If others, they express themselves by singing, by dancing,
Mm-mm.
but others, people who like to film,
Mm-mm.
it's their mode of expression. It's not about bragging, but there are people who are intentionally doing it.
Ay, totoo. Totoo.
But I think also on the other hand that outgrowing our parents is the best achievement for them.
Oo, pero hindi siya to the point na ipagyayabang mo.
Yes.
Again, kumaga sinasabi ko lang na hindi naman sa achieving in silence, but you're achieving without bragging. Yun,
Yes.
That's the right perspective. Because if we're just gonna achieve it in silence, no one can notice. Yun yung isang masakit na, no? And we experience that na, yes, we might be achieving in silence, pero no one sees it. Until such time na binulaga na lang namin. Pero at the least, hindi namin
Yeah, but because, achieving in silence means you're doing it in silence without telling anyone that you are achieving it, that you are conquering stuff that is a definition of success of your own.
Totoo.
Because, for example, maybe you've already traveled around the world, but people don't know about it. But then, when one time you had a coffee with a friend and then you just mentioned like, oh really, you've done it? Like, when we're gonna tell us? It's something like achieving something in silence that you felt successful.
Oo.
But not like,
Bragging.
I've reached Hong Kong, brag it everywhere. I've reached it somewhere like this. I have a new car. I have a new phone.
Actually, yung sinabi mo na you're gonna, yung mga friends mo nagsasabi, when are you gonna tell it? Parang sinasabi mo lang naman outright na, teka lang, nagtanong ba kayo sa akin?
Yes, that's true.
Nagtanong ba kayo sa akin? Yun yung nakakatawang part dun eh. Kasi guys, sa lingid sa kalaman din kasi ng lahat na I don't post as much, although kailangan ko mag-market for the show. Pero nagpo-post lang ako na medyo nakakatawa lang, but not to the point na yung mga milestones sa buhay ko, I'm not gonna post it anymore because for me it's a form of bragging. Pero yung kasi yun yung lifelong mission natin, to outgrow ourselves every day.
Yes.
Yun yung mission natin in life, because ika nga ni General Luna, walang ibang kalaban sa mundo kundi sarili lang.
Totoo. I mean, you should never compare yourself to anyone else,
Ay, Diyos
but
ko.
compare yourself to your old self.
Totoo yan.
Because
I
for
would agree
sure,
with you on that.
by the age that we are right now, I mean, we're not that old, like our parents who've already reached beyond their success. I mean, I knew, because I think whatever position we are right now, they went even lower than that.
Oo naman.
If we are having hard time right now, they started even harder, because whatever we have is from them.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not telling that everyone experienced the same thing that we had, but then for people whom we know that our parents work hard, so we knew that whatever they reach, that is our stepping stone.
Ay, totoo yan. I would agree with you on that.
Yeah. So now let's go to our next question. This is kind of reflective with this question. Okay?
Sige.
So, do you think people stay attached to memories more than people?
I wouldn't say that way. Sige, kasi more of both. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na separation anxiety, di ba?
Yes.
We do have separation anxiety. Even sa lahat naman pero the only reason kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng separation anxiety, it's simply because nag-invest tayo ng emotion to a certain memory, to a certain people, to a certain venue, to a certain aspect in life. Let's say, for example, sobrang ganda ng moment na talagang divested na yung emotion natin into that moment. Let's say, for example, an intimate talk with our parents, an intimate talk with our partners, na talagang totally divested ka sa memory na yun. And then all of a sudden, biglang nawala sila, tapos doon papasok yung tinatawag natin na Kaya nga ang ganda ng parang synergy ng naging ng topic natin for today. It's about letting go. It's simply because yan yung siguro isa sa mga masasabi kong factors why are we struggle to let go. It's because we are so emotionally divested and invested into that particular moment. So siguro ang magandang perspective na kailangan nating matignan siguro is gaano kalaking emotion yung na-invest natin if pertaining to every single moment in our lives. So, say for example, birthdays, anniversaries, minsan milestones pa nga,
yes.
Diba? Minsan milestones pa nga. Even the little moments na let's say for example, one Sunday afternoon na eto, sobrang vivid sa akin. One Sunday afternoon, nanonood lahat kami, family ng Pacquiao. Alam niyo naman yan.
Di ba, before, whenever we are watching, before, when Pacquiao was fighting, everyone really settled at home or in one place. Especially, me, I have a big family on my dad's side. And whenever Pacquiao was fight before, because my uncle used to live in Sarangani in Jensen, where the Pacquiao family came from. So they're really invested. They will set one house where everyone will sit there. It's like a national holiday, you know?
Yan.
Yeah, it's like a national holiday that everyone sat there. Food are there. It's like a celebration.
Minsan pa nga, di ba? Let's say, kahit sa amin lang na medyo small lang yung family namin, minsan pa nga, yung tatay ko pa nun, minsan, talagang invested siya na magluluto siya ng engrandeng tanghalian. Let's say, mag-iihaw siya ng tilapia, bangus, oh my goodness.
It's a family. It's a Filipino family.
Yes, it's a real, not typical, but a grand Filipino family. Pero yun nga, that's, if we're gonna go back to that particular perspective na ganun tayo ka-invested when it comes to
memories.
That is why, whenever bad breaks are happening, yun yung binabalik-balikan natin.
Yeah.
And sa sobrang pagbabalik natin noon, na to the point na may isa man sa kanila mawala, sabi ko nga, a huge chunk of our humanity nawala. Kasama na doon yung mga na-invest natin doon.
Yes.
Para,
It's like they die and a part of us die also at the same time.
Totoo yan.
Because we invested something that is more than a money, more than material things. It's a piece of you basically.
Yes,
because our life is like a puzzle.
Not just piece of you, but a huge part of
Yes.
yourself.
Especially if it's a parent.
Oh, sobra.
Yes,
Totoo
because
yan.
like for example, maybe on our age, I'm exiting my 20s, that's why.
I'm
exiting my 20s. But then,
no
di ba,
problem yan.
if you live like 20 years, 30 years with your parents, then it means 20 years of your life, you are putting it in grief also.
Oh, in my case naman it's more than it's actually 33 years. In my entire life, kasama ko parents ko, kasama ko magulang ko.
I mean, that's the point. No matter how big or how old are we when we lost our parents, even 1 or 2 years, yung kasi yung iba, di ba, they experience to like, just met their parents 2-3 days ago, but for the first time, but it's like a lifetime for them.
Yes.
And when they lose the person, their parents, nothing, I mean, it seems that nothing left on you.
Totoo
And
yan.
it's hard to go back on track.
Oh.
When you lose something, because losing someone is like losing a big chunk. Sabi nga ni Kuya Maki, it's a big chunk of yourself.
Oh, that is true.
That's why letting go is really definitely hard.
Sobra yan.
Now, let's go even more deeper because our conversation is getting more deeper. So, the version of yourself, are you learning to let go? What is the version of yourself that you are learning to let go?
Siguro
Now, let's talk about more of yourself that you want to let go or you're letting go or trying to.
Siguro yun the part na nag-grieve ako ng sobra because ang sakit ang sakit yung sakit na naramdaman mo when your mom, when one of your parents died and dinala nyo na sila sa huling hantungan. Sobrang hirap nun talaga na and siguro ang isa sa may let go ko talaga is yung part na talagang nag-grieve ako because ika nga ng mga kapatid ko, there is time for grieving, but there is also time to pick up the fragments of ourselves and learn to make something out of it. So, and as of now, yun talaga naman yung ginagawa ko eh.
Let me just share it to you, the story. I mean, this happened last episode.
Okay.
With Daddy Ace, with Mr. Ace Verhel.
Okay.
He's a parent. And he started to realize thoughts about himself. And, you know, what I had one question with him, something that he's not ready. Everything that he have achieved, everything that he have family, house, kids, his parents are still with him, but is there something that he's not yet ready? You know what is it? It's really, I mean, there's not a plan, but this is really connected with yours.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if you will see the same point, but he said on that episode that one time when he was talking to his kids, because he's not ready if he died, if his kids are ready. So it's a part of him as a parent that is not yet ready if his kids is ready once he is gone here.
Nakikita ko yung point mo na yun.
Na sabi niya pa nga daw, one time to his kids, nagbiro siya. I remember he said he don't know if his kids will be happy or they will felt anger or what, saying this, na kung bibigyan siya ng chance and opportunity na mamatay, tapos sisilipin niya lang yung mga anak niya, and kung hindi pa sila ready, mabubuhay ulit siya. I think-
nagigets ko yung
I
point
think,
mo.
every parents, because we're talking about your mom, your dad, your mom, and your mom just died. And honestly, I think your mom have the same, feeling. If her kids are ready, or maybe if he is already ready, she's already ready rather, because you are all grown up, maybe some of your siblings are kids, but they were part of themselves that, who wants to know. Maybe if I will be a parent, or we're gonna be a parent, later on, we're gonna think of something like that, na pwede ko bang ma-make sure na ready sila, that they are successful, that they can survive without the
totoo yan.
parents. Because sometimes, since we've grown with our parents, there are a big part of them na sobrang invest. Yun na nga lang ikakasal minsan, di ba? Yung mga anak nila, na parang nahihirapan sila na i-let go yung anak nila, na, alam mo yun? So I think, but it's a good thought for the parent, no? But now, your mom can watch over you, be there every single time,
Diyos
over,
ko.
watch you. Kasi, nung buhay siya, di ba, they might be physically alive, but sometimes, we left them at home, and they are worried. Where is Maki? What time is it? It's not yet home. Did he eat?
Kumain na ba siya?
Oo, yes.
Totoo yan,
Oo.
Diyos ko.
But
Totoo
now,
yan.
he can just, okay, kumain na siya.
Okay.
Yeah, something like, I don't know, but I don't know if it will help to let go. But because I read the book, like, people who died, they had an opportunity to watch over us.
Actually, isang manifestation ko siguro yung whenever, kunyari, maglalakad-lakad ako ng konti, and then all of a sudden, makakakita ko ng puting paru-paro.
Yes.
Makikita ko, mapapagkamalan ko bigla. Si mama naman, nandito na naman to. Pero nothing. So, alam mo yun, yung mama, appreciate mo yung little parts of little parts of of nature na pwede mag-symbolize sa nanay mo na laging nandyan sa tabi mo.
Especially we are Filipinos, and Filipinos have this tradition na pag nakakita ng paru-paro sa bahay, ay si Lola yan,
ay si
totoo
Lola
yan.
actually yan yung isa sa siguro sa one of the best manifestations or best traditions of our
Filipino culture.
Of the Filipino culture, because maalala mo kasi doon mo maalala even in that little moment na ginagabayan ka ng mga taong mahal mo.
Yes.
In my case, parents, nanay ko mismo. Ay, sabi ko nga sa'yo kanina, yung kinukwento ko yun na one morning, na habang nagkakape kami ng partner ko, yung monarch na butterfly, dumapo siya mismo doon sa pinag-iinuman ko ng kape. Ang pinag-iinuman ko ng tasa doon sa part na yun. Kasi 'di ba usually 'di ba either right-sided ka or left-sided ka nung umiinom ka ng kape. Pero yung pinagdapuan niya is yung mismo kaiinom ko lang ng kape. So sabi ko, talagang umiyak ng sobra, no. Sabi ko, Lord, thank you.
Because sometimes these things give us peace also.
Sobra.
That they are in a good place, that they are watching over us, and even they're physically gone.
Totoo.
They are still spiritually with us to guide us, of course.
Kaya,
not to scare us, because people might think like they are scary.
Baka sabihin mo, totoo naman.
But
pero not to the point na talagang akala ko nababalo ka na. That is true.
Yes, but
that is true.
Once you've lost someone, you will remember every single thing.
Ooh.
Even you're walking along the hall, and then you remember when your mom is giving you in Filipinos, they like to throw chinelas. They like to, especially Batangueños. Our voices are so loud.
Ay, sobra.
Sobrang lakas ng boses ng mga Filipinos. Alam mo yun?
Just,
so, a single thing, lalo na dito sa Batangas, you'll remember a lot of things, because people here loves to share coffee every morning, night.
Every coffee.
So, that's why, when you were drinking coffee and then you saw that butterfly, for sure, there are more small things like this that you will remember.
Funny nung nabanggit mo yung nababato ng chinelas. There was one time, elementary ako nun. Accidentally, I don't know if that's accidentally or semi-intentionally, na binato ako ng chinelas ng nanay ko. And the funny fact is, yung hindi basta chinelas sa alfombra or yung rambo ng chinelas. Bakya! Bakya! My God! Sabi ko,
Yung kahoy yung ilalim.
Kahoy yung ilalim! Tumakbo bigla na yun. Tapos binigyan ako ng yelo.
Ay, tinamaan ka!
Dito! Sabi ko bigla. Pero that was way back elementary nun kasi medyo pasaway pa ako dun eh. Pero, di ba yung mga little moments tama ka dun eh. Yung little moments na marirealize mo about sa sarili mo and about sa family mo.
Dun mo marirealize also na kung paano na marirealize or nare-realize ng parents natin that we are ready.
Oo.
That they should also be ready to see us growing. But then on the other hand, letting go is really hard.
Sobra.
It doesn't mean that we are ready to let go also.
Sobra.
So, there's one more question, okay? That, I don't know, but I like this question. It's not supposed to be asked. Supposedly, it's not unplanned, but I want this question to be asked.
Okay.
What does letting go mean to you now? Because along our conversation, nabanggit mo na yung we started with your mom, and it's hard to let go because it's fresh. It's just last year.
Ooh.
So, by then, if you don't mind, how long it has been? What month?
January of last year.
January of last year, so 1 year.
More than a year.
More than a year now. So do you think on that 1 year, does letting go means change for you, or does it give you more deeper meaning?
Both. Changing yourself kasi, sabi ko nga kanina, one thing na kailangang i-let go natin is yung part na nag-grieve tayo sa pagkamatay ng mahal natin sa buhay. But also, it also pinapalalim nito yung kahulugan natin. And this is what, lalo sa mga katulad namin na magkakapatid na nagsasama-sama kami, na punta naman kayo dito. Yung tipo mas lumalim yung connections. And also, it gives us a deeper meaning about life na to the point na kailangan namin, inaalala na namin na, yes, we only live once. Totoo.
Yeah, that's true.
Sobrang totoo yung sinabi niyo yun.
Yeah, that's true.
And then yung change kasi, we need to move forward eh. Kasi if we're gonna, yes, it will give us a deeper meaning, but if we're not gonna change ourselves, edi parang nakaanglala lang tayo sa, kawawa naman ako, wala na yung nanay ko. Hindi naman dapat
tayo yung naaawa sa sarili natin, pero wala naman tayong ginagawa para mag-move forward.
Exactly. Because if we're gonna compare one thing over another, let's say for example, if we're gonna change ourselves, but letting go doesn't give us a deeper meaning, wala rin kwenta yung pagbabagong ginagawa mo. Even though it's for yourself, wala rin. Kasi, hindi mo, kumbaga hindi mo nilalaliman eh. Kumbaga yung essence ng pagbabago mo kasi sa sarili mo, essence of changing, while you're, that gives the meaning of letting go, is, yun yung nagpapalalim sa ating pagkatao eh.
Yes.
Yun yung magpapalalim sa atin. Because if we're gonna give that a proper meaning, lahat ng gagawin natin moving forward is meaningless and pointless.
That's true.
No joke.
Because, when we talk about letting go, actually, it's not just if people died or if we lose people physically. Sometimes letting go is for people also to, people come and go. That's true. People come and go literally. So, let's say, for example, you have a friend, you lose them, you have to let them go.
Totoo.
Because sometimes in a relationship, friendship, romantic relationship, parents and kids relationship, sometimes it's something na, when one person invested too much, sometimes tayo kasi yung nag-i-invest and then tayo yung nahihirapan mag-let go.
Yes, sobra.
And in that point, I mean, it's not just about letting go of someone that we lose because they die, but let it go is also for people who experienced, heartbreak, friendship over. But sometimes, letting go is also for people who are like, this, sometimes friendship, hindi naman yan nag-away kayo kaya hindi na kayo nag-uusap or hindi na kayo nagkikita.
We go on separate ways to
Yes.
make new changes for our
But
family. Totoo yun.
That part, you have to let go also.
Oo naman.
Because, like, for example, you've been friends, you've been with them 10 years. Every day you've been with them, and then suddenly, one morning you wake up, you haven't talked to them already for 5-10 years. But then, you felt like you're still stuck there.
Oh.
Diba? Kasi we are invested, but then we are the only one grieving for people who are still alive because they chose to have life of their own.
Oh.
That's why letting go is really something that we have to, to practice, that we have to learn how to let go even for little things. Because alam mo yun, naranasan mo ba yung meron kang paboritong laruan nung bata ka?
Tapos ang hard to let go.
Tapos sabihin ng mama mo, kailangan mo ng itapon kasi, di ba yung mga bata minsan, yun yung nagpapatulog sa kanila, unan.
Ultimo ang damit niya eh. Diyos ko, naalala ko tuloy yung
diba?
Papamigay na namin yung mga pinaglumaan ko sa There was this one particular t-shirt na talagang paborito ko. Tapos yung ibibigay ko na sa, ang hirap. Ang hirap. And so, ika nga ni Mother Teresa, if you're giving something and a part of your humanity is broken, breaks that, or ganon, then that's what we call sacrifice.
Yes. Because letting go is about sacrifice.
Totoo. Sacrifice talaga.
Because you're sacrificing a part of you. You're sacrificing your parent. You're sacrificing to lose your friend. To lose your favorite toy or pillow or clothes. Kasi ako, you know why? I don't want to share it. Why I wear one shirt, because people will notice for 3 episodes, I've been wearing the same.
Talaga?
Yes.
Okay.
If you watch the first episode, second and third, I'm wearing the same. And I think I'm gonna do this until the last episode. Why? First, it's not because I am cheap, but I'm so hard to let go of this shirt.
Kumbaga may sentimental value yan.
Yes, this is I've made this shirt, by the way. You remember nung nag-sell pa ako ng shirts?
Oo.
This is one of those. And this is the first one na pang babae talaga. And ito lang yung nag-iisang yon.
Okay.
And this marks so much, like be you, means like, just be you. You don't have to be someone else. You don't have to pretend of something. You have to let go. But I cannot let go of myself. This is something that it's hard for me to let go. Though, good quality siya, kaya mahirap siya i-let go.
Sa bagay. Pero siguro, it all boils down siguro sa factor na ito. Gusto ko lang din mag-share ng kaunti about letting go, because yes, there are things that kailangan nating i-let go, but there are some certain non-negotiables para sa akin na hindi ko pwedeng i-let go. Number one, my faith.
Of course.
My faith.
That's
a non-negotiable for me. That's a non-negotiable for me. Kasi dito naka-anchor yung pundasyon ng kung nasaan ako ngayon.
Yes.
At kung ano yung ginagawa ko at para kanino ko 'to ginagawa. Second is love. Love not just for myself, but also for the people that I love. My siblings, my nephews and nieces, and ano. Third, work. Hindi ko pwede get ko yan. Kundi wala ka pagkakakitaan. Home, ano naman yan. And then fourth siguro is myself. It's a non-negotiable for me. Kasi,
Yeah, because it's your priority. It should be, second to faith.
yes.
It should be second to faith. You should never let go of yourself, your present self. I can say your present self because letting go of your present self is like losing everything. Letting go of your past self, it might be something that you can bring along the way,
Totoo.
but not letting go 100%
Oo.
because it's a foundation of of where you're gonna be tomorrow, but where you are right now.
Oo, Diyos ko. Kasi nga, yes, we're talking about letting go. But kasi the part kasi na there are certain parts of your life na hindi dapat i-let go. Yun yung magiging because number one, it's already kumbaga, it's not just attached, it's already synchronized with your well-being. Yun yung maganda dun. And then at the same time siguro yes, masasabi natin ang hirap i-let go because number one, kasi nga it's an emotional investment. It's an emotional investment. Kaya sabi ko nga nina, yung grief ko when I lost my mom, it's so hard to let go. Kasi it's my entire life na. It's my entire life na inalagaan ko nanay ko, na to the point talaga na some kalokohan ang dumadating sa to the point na talagang nagpapasaway din naman ako sa nanay ko, huwag kayo mag-alala. But kidding aside, I'm talking about letting go kasi. Yung sinabi natin na letting go means sacrificing a part of yourself. Yun yung isa sa pinaka-pivotal part of yourself na all of us should undergo. Kasi kung hindi mo i-undergo yan, parang lang yung isang napakabigat na maleta na ang hirap dalhin.
Yes.
Yan yung isa sa pinakamahirap. Kaya kailangan dapat let go ka ng mga tinatawag natin na excess baggage sa buhay natin.
That's why we have to let go little by little. We don't need to let go one drop because it will exhaust us.
One time, big time.
Yeah, one time, big time. No. Slowly by slowly because letting go is like learning in life also.
Oo.
You cannot let go without learning.
Yes.
But once you manage to let go, it means you learn something from it.
Oo.
From memories, from people, from our parents, from stuffs and material things that we have. Because it's generally part of our life.
Mm-hmm.
And there will always be part of us that we have to let go and we cannot escape it. This is something that will never be able to escape. Letting go. It's part of our life. It's part of who we are. Letting go. But a part of us needs to accept that we have to let go.
Yes. Pero tama yung sinabi mo na utay-utay natin gawin yan. Huwag yung isang bagsakan lang. Kasi pag talagang isang bagsakan yan, mahihirapan tayo. Mas lalo ka mahihirapan.
Totoo.
Mas lalo ka mahihirapan. So, it's not about yung destination na pupuntahan mo. It's about the process or the journey na pagdadaanan mo. Because kung hindi natin pagdadaanan yan, tayo din mismo yung mahirapan.
Totoo yan.
Yeah.
But then I think this is our realization about letting go is letting go is about sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sacrificing for ourselves and for people around us.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, never let go in one chunk. Let go on a piece-by-piece chunk of it.
Yes. At saka, dagdag ko lang din, letting go is not about changing yourself. It is also giving life a deeper meaning of it.
Yeah.
Kasi again, kung hindi mo babaguhin yung sarili mo, Eventually, magbabago ka din naman kung lalalimin mo yung kahulugan. But if you're gonna change but you don't have a deeper meaning into it, wala. Wala rin kwenta yan. So, yun yung isang natutunan ko.
About letting go or letting go. Yeah.
Anyway,
so I think this is how our conversation about letting go. I hope you will be able to slowly recover from the loss of your mom. I'm sorry about that. I never heard about it. But because, Kuya Maki never posted anything so much, like ups and downs, because I have a lot of friends. Friends whom I never talk to always, but we have a connection like we never had a gap of time that we never talk.
Totoo.
Yeah. So, marami tayong ganun eh. Yung ang tagal natin din nakakausap, pero pag nakausap natin, parang kahapon lang tayo magkausap. Alam mo yun?
Oh.
We have people like that. And Kuya Maki is one of those friends of mine na pag nakausap ko, parang kahapon ko lang siya kausap. Na parang yung kinausap namin kahapon or yung topic namin kahapon, sobrang fresh pa. And it seems that we never stop supporting each other from afar.
Oo.
These are the type of friends that I've met during pandemic.
Oo.
And that's one good thing about pandemic.
Sobra.
These are type of people that hard to let go also, because these are the type of people that support you even without their physical presence. You knew that they are supporting you from afar.
Oo.
So, Kuya Maki, thank you for supporting me by accepting my invitation for this episode.
Actually, dito ko rin sasabihin sa inyo, itong si Apeng, sobrang laki ng tulong nito sa akin nung during the pandemic, nung dineliver ko yung programa ko sa Kumu, yung mga kwento ni Kuya Maki. Guys, pakinggan nyo yan. Follow nyo ako. Hey, it's Maki C. Ayan, so, pakifollow nyo lang ako doon. And sobrang thankful ako. Kundi dahil dito sa taong ito, hindi na ako magdadalakdak ako sa live stream. Pero, again, it's an honor and it's a pleasure na makasama mo ako dito sa interview na to. And I hope, pasensya na rin naman kung hindi ko naman nasabi about it. Pero,
It's okay. We don't have to say, everything to each other. There are right moments and right times.
May tamang panahon para.
Oo, kasi hindi naman lahat ng bagay pwede nating sabihin instantly.
But again, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kuya Maki.
Thank
Good
you so
luck sa
much.
podcast nyo, guys. By the way, they have podcasts. You can follow them also on Spotify.
Yes, mga kwento ni Kuya Maki, the podcast. 2 pa lang episodes. Pero, utay natin. Mag-episode 3 na
Pero
tayo.
baka pag napanood nyo to, mga 4 na episodes na rin sila. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you on our next episode. Bye-bye!